everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a sweet little project for you today that I was inspired by a video that I saw on Sarah Douglas's page. Sarah is a friend, but she's also the president of Stampin' Up! And it was great to see her in person last week and to be able to give her a hug and get some pictures with her. But then when I got home, I saw this cute little project. I don't think it's her hands in the video, but it is her page. So to get another, hers is a little bit more fancy because a little bit more time was spent on it than mine because she die cut a bunch of letters, or her artist did. So mine's a simpler version, and hers is Christmas and mine is not. So if you want to go there, and you can see it sped up, and she has, I'm going to give you the measurements, but she has it so you can screenshot it. So again, it's Sarah Douglas. It is her page, and she is the CEO of Stampin' Up! I do want to tell you that the mini catalogs will mail out soon. If you are my customer and you purchase from me in November, then you'll be on the first shipment of mine that go out, because it will go out with your November thank you gifts. Everybody that purchases in November will get something mailed. It's not always like that, but because you're getting a catalog, everybody will get it mailed. There's also a Black Friday sale coming up, so it's a perfect time if you haven't ordered this month to check out the Black Friday sale and then maybe get an order so you'll get your catalog sooner. There's a bunch of good stuff in here. I wish I could open it, but on my channel there should be an unboxing, because I'm posting this before I even have placed my order, but today's video day, so I'm getting a head start. So I'm going to show you, because I'm using 2 online exclusives, I thought I would take a second to show you some online exclusives. You can go look at all the Brushed with Beauty stuff. I have a lot of it on my channel because that is what we are doing for my card club in November. But because I've shown that so many times, I thought I'd stick to some other stuff. So this is the one my girlfriend made. I actually made it. She designed it. We did a shoebox swap. This is the top of the mushroom, and this is the modern oval, but it goes with this particular suite. This one, again, a girlfriend of mine designed, and then I made it for our shoebox swap. I do have a card ready to film using this super adorable suite. So it looks like it has to be Valentine. It does not. And the card I'm going to make is not. Oh, I guess I do have one Brushed with Beauty on here. And then today I'm using Hobby Haven. Sarah used the little Jolly Delivery Pets on the one that's on her channel. So here are some made other cards with Hobby Haven. But the mechanism that you need to create the pop-up card that we're going to use today is from the pop-up petals. So we need this little die that does that. And you can go see much more information about the pop-up petals on this tutorial on my channel if you want to see that. So I am using Creative Haven, which is part of Hobby Haven. I'm going to use one of the tags. I'm going to use several of the stamps, 4 of the stamps out of the Creative Haven. And then this is the pop-up petals die, and you need the larger. There's 2 pop-ups. You need the larger to do this card. Here's the Hobby Haven paper. I am making a spa card. You could make one that was sewing. I almost did the books. I almost did the coffee. I guess I looked at all of them and I was like, oh, this would be cute. This one would be cute. So you can see there's all these hobbies. There's cooking, sewing, the spa. There's plants. Super cute little pack of paper. But I wanted one where there was pop-outs, and I'm going to go ahead and pop this out so I can move the paper out of the way. To put on my little pop-ups. So I am going to grab this little thing here because I'm doing the spa. So it has, you can see lotions and oils and creams. That was all I used on the other one, but I think that for this one we might go with one more. I was hesitant to use too many because I'm not quite sure if there's one that they particularly go with. But I think that I'm also going to try and add this little scallopy piece. So you get 2 sheets of these. So you can see now I am out of this one because I've used it all up. Both sheets are here, but I still have one of that. So you'd have to, at first I thought maybe we'd do this in my in-person camp, and then I thought, no, it's too difficult because they all have different ones, and I don't want to make a sample of all of them. So the card stock is real simple. You need some 12 by 12 white or 12 by 12 color because it does need to be 12 inches, and I've already pre-cut these. So the white is cut 3 by 12 and then 6.5 by 3. I'll go ahead and score it. We need the arm up. So if you don't want to go get the screenshot from Sarah's channel, then jot this down because I'm not going to be typing it. I figure she's already done the work. So this is 3.5 or 3 by 12, and I need to score it at 3. Make sure you use your scoring blade. It's going to be really sad to get this 12 by 12 paper and then not have it be at the right spot. So 3, 6. I'm scoring nice and well pressed. 3, 6, and 9. And this is on the piece that is 3 by 12. So you can see you end up with the 3 score marks. And then we are going to put the die cut here and a die cut here and not in this middle one. And then this is the 3 by 6.5. And on it, we need to score at 1/2. Need to get a new scoring blade. I can see it's making my paper a little bit fuzzy. So 1/2 and then 3.5, which leaves you another 3-inch square in the middle. So that is those pieces. And then on our designer series paper, they were obviously 12 inches. So they're 3 1/4 by 9 5/8, and then 3 1/4 by 9 1/8. So it leaves you with these little pieces here, which we are going to use at least one of those. Now let me see, since I've already cut them. So this is the 3 1/4 by 9 5/8. You need to score it at 3 1/8, which is the long, not the longest, but the longer, because the smallest one would be a 16th. So 3 1/8, 6 1/8, which gets you right there on the plastic, but there is a mark for it. And then 9 1/8. And then on our shorter one, we are going to score it at 3 6. Okay, so that is all the scoring and cutting. Well, kind of the cutting. I did it before you were watching. So I am going to take the larger of the 2 pop-ups from the pop-up petals, and on this one it's going to go, I didn't measure from the bottom, I just kind of eyeballed it. So you're going to put one here, and then on our other piece you're going to put one on this one. So let me cut those out. And then I also, in this kit, there are 2 leaves. I'm going to cut those out of espresso, and then one of these pieces. And you can kind of look to see which one has the better color combination. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to cut out one of these tags. And you need to fold these and score them. Let's start with these. These little tabs here are where you will put some tear and tape. So tear and tape is what I used to adhere my new stamp casing together. So you can go check that out. And it is also a great thing that you get in a lot of our kits or in Paper Pumpkin, and you get more than what you need. So save all of the extra every time you get a roll of tear and tape, because there's a zillion uses for it, but it's really nice to have it for things like this because it holds the strongest of all of our adhesives. So here is the outside of our card, and then we're going to take these. So this pops out, and it doesn't, I mean, you can do it, fold it, and then come back and do it the way you need it to go, because it is designed to do that. So let's fold this and pop this up, fold this, pop it up. So the pop-ups obviously come up. I'm trying to do it so you can see it. So that will pop up. Give these a nice little press so they stay down. And this will go up. this will pop out. Just like this. So here's the first one. And then our second one does the same thing. It pops down and this pops up. And once you lay it on your card, if you're thinking, I can't remember which direction they go, you will. Because when you lay it down, you'll see how it goes. And these are all scored once you run them through the cut and emboss machine. And then here is our tab to add our tear and tape for this one. So the tear and tape here will go on this little tab. And I like to just grab it with the end of mine. Take your pick. Scissors, and then this is just going to meet right up here. And then it should fold right up like this and give it a nice good press. I must have ink on my hands, which I'm not quite sure where that came from because I created this morning and then I showered. So my hands I haven't stamped, but apparently I'm getting something on here, but that's okay because we were about ready. Oh, I had a little overhang of the what's it called, tear and tape. So we are going to stamp this now. So let me grab a scrap piece of paper and I'm going to stamp the little stars that come in the set. I'll do those in some petal pink. And for this, I am going to aim for those places that I touched that apparently I have stuff on my hands. We'll just cover those right up. It would be nicer if I chose a, oh, look, I'm getting it more. I don't know what I'm touching. That's okay. We'll just keep going till we cover it all up. Maybe there's something on my stamp, even though I just started using it. It happens, doesn't it? And sometimes when it's not a 12 by 12 piece of paper, I might do it over, but I hate to waste this, and we'll just put things where they need to because this card does end up having quite a few embellishments on it, so we can cover those up. And I'm getting it somewhere because now it's there again. When I go back and edit the video, I'll be like, well, there it was, silly. Kind of random. So on the card that was on Sarah's channel, they cut out the word Mary out of the big letters and had that go across the card. I thought a little bit of stamping would work just as well. This would be great if you want to give somebody, I might give it to the gal that does my hair. With a Christmas tip in it. It would be fun with a spa gift card, obviously, or some essential oils. Then I am going to move to espresso, and I'm going to use 3 of the sentiments that are in the set. So we'll start with So Happy to Have You in My Life. It's going to go right here. And if you, sort of say, if you mess up on these, you can get another piece of white paper and cut them out. I don't know what my problem is today. I guess you go away for a few days and then you can't stamp. But the wonder of photopolymer. Look, they're so easy to line back up when you make a mistake. Going forward, I don't know, I assume that everybody's heard, but going forward, all of our stamps will be photopolymer. And then this one says, I think it says, you deserve the little things. Okay, I'm moving that. Because it's 12 inches over here, it keeps knocking into everything. And oh, it says, you deserve all the good things. And I messed that one up as well. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little piece of white paper. because I always have those on my desk. I'm going to stamp it properly. And then I'm just going to cut it out, and I will glue it over the top of that, but you don't need to see that. I'll do it off camera. And then finally I have the You Are the Best, which is perfect if you're giving it to somebody for the end of year tip, right? Christmas tip. So it says You Are the Best, and that's just the back side of the paper from that little scrap. Then let's get our Petal Pink back out so we can get the tag to match. And because it's Petal Pink, I can stamp it and it won't cover up the words. And it just gives some of the same pattern back there. I like the color of this. And then I am going to lay this all down. And take our piece here. We need to stick them together. Did I already put the tear and tape on? I did not. So with this, you want to make sure that you have them all going the right way, right? Because you don't want to have one of them be upside down. And they all need to be 3. So this obviously needs to go on the bottom. So these blocks stay both 3. Because if you put this on top, then this one's going to not be 3 inches anymore. Just a little tip on how to figure out which side it goes on. If it was not just 3 inches, then I might have had to think about it, but 3 inches makes it pretty simple for us. Let me just pull this up. Lay so they're even top and bottom, and then this goes right to the fold. And then this is going to go back and forth just like this. And then again, this is designer series paper, so it doesn't take much to fold it. Pop this down. And then I did mine differently than what they did the first time, but I'm going to try, because I watched the video the other day, and then I thought, oh, that's cute, I'm going to do it. So you're just going to flip this over, put adhesive on everywhere but the pop-ups. Got a little piece of, I hate when the seal does that when it grabs something, but I can see it's getting close to the end. So hopefully we'll make it with this card. It's a little seal excessive to get it all on here. But then you want to be careful when you put it on that you don't touch anything until you know it's where you want it to be. So this is all going the right way. Then this can kind of lay in here. And they should just all match back up. I was afraid I was going to drop it, which is why I didn't do it this way the first time I did it. I just did one panel at a time. This works. Press it all on there, and then they will pop. You're going to have to do the bone folder again to get it, since you've got the double layer. But that's easily done. So just pop this back in here. Make it a little nice and flat again. And do both sides. So here's our card, and here's our pop-ups, and I still have that little piece over here that I overstuck. It must be, oh yeah, it's right here, I can see it. Okay, we trim these, get these pieces ready. Okay, cut that out, and I added a couple more of the little stars over the top so it didn't look empty. Now I am going to cut, let's see how many there are of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can do 4 sets of 3. And then here's the little strip of bottle. So I needed several little embellishments. So I just simply took and snipped these apart. Very easy to do. And it's going to be on white paper, so you don't even have to worry about if they are cut in any kind of a pattern. Snip those off. So now we're going to decorate each of the little panels. You want to be careful and not put adhesive where it's going to stick over the top. So on these, I'm going to trim off the excess white on the ends. And again, it's going on white paper. Pop this in here to help cover up that one smudge that I have. And then just pick two. And I just put adhesive on the bottom. And that way I knew if I stuck it about 2/3 of the way down, it wasn't going to touch my design or stick it together. And I didn't care. I just kind of spaced them out so I didn't have all the same sizes anywhere. And then our last one over here. And we are going to end up with one extra of these. So you could probably do two. That's what happens when you wing something on camera. This I'm going to put on the front. Or on inside. I think I put it on the inside of one. I like having them stick up just a tad. Because that kind of gives some interest. Put this one here. And then let's stick this one. On these pages that don't have any writing, I like to have a little bit of the brown. So here's the inside of our card. Let's push this all down again. And here's our tag. So I took, you can see the two sizes of these. I took the big one, if I can pick it up. I'm having a hard time stamping today. You would think that I haven't done it much. It has been a minute. But you shouldn't forget everything you know in a few days, huh? I guess it's been more than a week since I've stamped. Well, I made those cards that I showed you at the beginning when we were really, really tired. Put that on the wrong side. Stick this here, grab some dimensionals. I am going to put 4 because this is just a tag made out of designer series paper. And then you will have the 2 end strips from cutting the paper. I don't know where I laid the other one. If you need more images or if you want to make more than cards than what you have the die cuts for, just hand trim some of those out and use them. The other one is complete because I didn't use it. Oh, I forgot the ribbon. Not really ribbon, but some of our twine. This tag cuts a hole in it, which is good since I forgot to put it on. Just tie a knot. The other one I looped it through, but since I've already got my die cut on there, we'll just tie a little knot. I was trying to keep it kind of spy and natural and organic, so I just went with a light ribbon. Pop this on here. So it's a small card. You can see you could also tie twine around it if you wanted. And then I just took the other one of these and used it for another decoration on the inside. I was originally going to put both of them out there, but it doesn't need to. So let's just do it I'm gonna go this way because I've got that little spot up there that I touched, and then I have one more little scallop if we can find some place to put it. Oh, look, I covered that little smudgy right up. And then we have this, so I think I'm going to put it look, I just ran out. Just ran out of adhesive on the very last thing I needed to put on here. So I'll just add this here. And then let's do, these are the embellishments that go with this suite. They are called Earthy Matte Dots. We'll start at the front. Depending on how it falls, on my other one there wasn't hardly any red. This one has some of the red on it, which I'm grateful for. The other one, the way it folded, there were the other colors, but I wanted the red. So I'm going to put 3 of them here. And then I just opened it and I put a couple on every page. Because you can, and because it's already pop up, and because it's already got some dimension to it, it's not going to sit flat anyways. So you don't have to worry about making it not sit flat. You could write fun little notes in here if you have somebody like at an office and there's multiple people giving a gift. When I was still working in an office, it was often me who was tasked to bringing the card in for everybody to sign. So this would be perfect because there's lots of places for people to sign. And there we go. Super cute way to use the new pop-up petal dies. Here's the other one I made. It's not as smudgy, and here's better ribbon. Aren't they cute? So cute, and a fun way to use this Hobby Haven. I've seen lots of people asking, do you have any ideas with the Hobby Haven, Creative Haven set? And I did, but I wasn't home. And now that I'm home, I have an idea, but apparently I have forgotten how to stamp. I was okay when I made the first one. Maybe the shower did it to me. I'm still tired, guys. The time change was a little rough, so I'm getting adjusted to it. So the older you get, traveling through those time zones and then having to be on schedule. It's one thing if you travel and you're on vacation. It's a whole other thing if you have to travel and then get up because the schedule says so. So that's what I have for you today. Like I said, if you want the measurements and the scoring things and you don't want to listen to me say them again, hop on over to Sarah's site and you can get them there. Have a great one. Bye.